Hey, what up, y'all? It's DJ Hawk. This is my new track, Coachella, featuring DeLorean, Cam Franklin, and Michelli.
Look, shaped like a stripper, but she hate when I throw money at her. Wouldn't be mad if I slipped and made her tummy fatter. I swear, man, I stare when she leave. Plus, I watch how I'm coming at her. That's all it really matters. Keep it on the hush like a family.
So I started following DJ Hawk on the gram a few years ago. When he was actually working for 93.7 at the time, and he was I think he was like the producer for like in the morning time.
Yep, for the Breakfast Club.
For the Breakfast Club.
I was actually the first employee of 93.7 The Beat when they launched. So I helped them get off the ground and all that.
And when you was running the morning time, it was a big difference from the time when you was running to when you left. Because I would listen to in the morning and I would hear certain things. I'm like, why are they switching on this part? Or why? Because I would watch the Breakfast Club at home and then I'll jump in the car and I'll listen to it. Yeah. And after probably after 8 o'clock, things would just kind of get weird after you left, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know who's in there running stuff, but what I'm watching on TV, or sometimes I just have to listen to it on the actual app because after you left, it just effed up.
Well, shoot, I appreciate that, bro. That's a big compliment, man, because I know you're a radio guy. You're a DJ. You know, you pay attention.
So you was the first employee at 93 at iHeart. So what caused the separation?
I actually moved to Florida for a couple years for some family business. Okay. So I took a step away from music and took a little break, and which that was hard for me to do. You know what I mean? Like being in the music business for so long and grinding and doing what I've been doing and doing what I love. Taking a step away, you know, for family. Not that I regret it. It was just hard. It was different for me. But while I was gone, it gave me, you know, kind of like from the outside looking in. And I saw what was missing in Houston, and I saw what could be done better. So that's kind of what I did when I moved back. I was like, man, I was on my game straight from the jump.
You originally from Houston?
Yeah, I'm from A-Leaf, man. Y'all talking about A-Leaf, man. Yeah, Southwest.
A-Leaf is in the building tonight. That's what's up. My homie Nick the Quick, he's from A-Leaf. All right, so shout out A-Leaf in the building, man.
Same way.
So let me get this straight. You left Houston and you went out to Miami. Yep. In beautiful Miami, with the beaches and the palm trees and all not the baddest women, but some of the baddest women out there in Miami. Well, like it's party central, like almost every night. To come back to Houston?
And grass ain't always greener, man. I hate to be like that, you know what I mean? But like being from the H, being from the West, it's like, you know, it's home sweet home.
Right on,
It's home sweet home. And then I knew that what I could bring back to the table when I came back. It's like I got to take a step away from everything and be a civilian and actually go to the clubs out there and be like, I ain't DJ Hawk for a second. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner and just jam these DJs and just listen to them and see how they're doing it. Oh man, it was great. It was great. It made me more hungry. That's why, like I said, when I came back, when I did end up coming back, it was like, man, I'm going in, and I just had a completely different focus, man. Like I could have went back to radio. I could have kept going and DJing in the clubs. I mean, right when I got back, all the promoters hit me back up. Bro, you back in town? Come on, let's go. I'll get you on this night and this night. And I had to I turned down money to just straight do the production thing.
So you straight producing now?
Straight producing now. That's
okay.
Just been in the studios.
I guess that's how I felt when I first was going to New York. And I get back home, I was like, man, they was moving a lot faster there. So it just gave me that energy. Okay, this is what they not doing at home. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna take this here and bring it back home and just go crazy with it. I feel that energy. Yeah.
What did you say Houston was missing?
It's somebody that's a DJ, me, that can bring people together that usually wouldn't be together. I've seen DJs try it. You know what I mean? It's not like we haven't tried it, but I felt like me being with it.
It just haven't been done in this era.
Yeah, because we haven't had anybody since Screw and Watts.
There you go.
Because like Screw up until 2000, and then Watts had the Swish House era up until whenever they kind of faded away. But after that, there hasn't been a single DJ who can bring. And then even when Screw and Watts was here, Screw was majority South Side.
Yep.
Watts was majority North Side.
Yep.
And it wasn't until close to the end of the era that they started mixing and mingling the sides, but it still didn't take off from there.
Yeah, and I just felt like there's too much talent in Houston.
I agree.
To make any type of separations, or everybody should be collaborating. I mean, look at all the top 10 lists right now. Half of the people on the top 10 Billboard from Houston right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that's not even half of the talent that we have out here.
Yeah.
So I just saw it like, bro, there's way too much talent and there's way too much separation. So that's what I thought I could bring to the table is, man, I want to bring everybody together, bring people who wouldn't be on records together, the OGs, ESG, Flip, Kiki, and put them on tracks with, EXO, Bam Rogers, and Doughman, whoever else.
Right on.
And then, my co-producers are out of Jamaica, so that gives me a link out there. So I had a link with, some Jamaicans, with people out in Florida, people out in New York, people out in Cali. So I'm mixing people up from Houston that I grew up on or that I just love, even the new cats, putting them on with people in different areas and different countries that they couldn't have been on, that they wouldn't have been able to get on together. D-Lo's on this one. I got Cam Franklin from The Suffers and Michelli. Okay. And Michelli is an artist from Houston too. He lives in LA now. He was signed to Grand Hustle. Okay. He's a writer more than anything else. He wrote what's that Lil Duval song that Smile? Okay. He just wrote that, and a lot of notable songs. He just got Grammy nominated for BJ the Chicago Kid album. So so big up to Michelli, yeah.
And so how hard was it to get all these guys on one track?
It just takes a lot of patience for me. You know what I mean? I be wanting to work every day. I get up. I was just telling Skyla a second ago we were on break. I said, man, I get up in the morning at like 9 a.m. See, it's hard to be on rappers' time because they be up late. They got to go and drink, this and that. So I'm like, I get up in the morning, 9 to 10 a.m. I'm ready to hit the studio right away. So it's taught me a lot. It's taught me patience more than anything else, getting these artists on a track together.
But you know what? When I was working with Slim, probably like back in 04, 06, somewhere around that time, the artists that would come to the studio and be there all day, like J-Dawg, like when J-Dawg was really, really hungry, when he was getting ready to put out those behind tents, J-Dawg was like literally in the lab like all day, all night, like not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Killer in the lab all day, all night. Some of those guys just be in. I would rather
it's
that.
Different now, though.
Yeah, I would rather them come in, be there all day, even if they just kind of BSing, but while they BSing, they still vibing at the same time, and they getting work done.
Is that happening now, or is it more? It's real different now?
A lot of rappers, they want me to send it to them. They could do it on their own and this and that. And I'm trying to bring back the old collaboration days where we're in the studio together. We can catch a vibe off each other. I want to get the whole feel. I want to play some stuff for you and see what we're vibing to. I want to tell once you start to writing or you start to get in there freestyling. Okay, bet. Look, we should do this with the hook. Get the real collaboration going. That's what I feel like was missing from music a lot. Man, it's taught me a lot about people's personalities and about rappers and about how their whole system works and their whole vibe and their whole how they work in the studio.
So how about we take a quick break? How about we get into the track real quick and we come back and we talk about it.
Baby, I'm here, so come and get it. Come as you are, do the same. Let this look you grow without the game. She's mine. She's mine. She's
KPFT 90.1, this is Dance Control, man. Zeaky Bobby, DJ Chill, SkylaDawn.com, and DJ Nick Quick on the ones and twos. We still rocking with the homie DJ Hawk in the building, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a bad MF right there, man.
Nah, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, Cam Franklin song.
She used to come here on a regular.
Yeah. That's the homie, man. We linked up. We actually, man, I gotta give a shout out to T Gray.
Shout out T Gray, man.
Yeah,
that's
man. I posted up the picture of me and D-Lo. We just did the video. I did actually the homie Motai. He's here in the studio right now with. Yeah, he did the video for the behind the scenes, and we just posted it and said, who should we get on this hook? And T Gray with the assist through the alley oop and was like, man, get Cam on here. And I hit her up. She was down. She didn't even say nothing about nothing. She just came through the studio, boom, and knocked it out. And then of course Michelli, man, he's always gonna do his thing. He did his little Marvin on there. He did his rendition on there. So I'm happy with it, bro. Y'all the first ones to play it right now, man. I ain't even. That's right.
The game is missing music like that. You know, I never knock like what the youngsters are doing because I rocks with that too. Because I got youngsters who listen to that, and I DJ those parties, so I got to be in tune with that.
I know what you're saying,
but
that's so refreshing, bro.
To hear something like that, like you ain't even gotta get up and dance. You can really just sit back and you could just bob your head. You like, you know what I'm saying?
You got your killer, man.
I like that.
I appreciate that, bro. Straight up means a lot coming from y'all, man. So, straight up.
Are we to expect a full length project?
You know, that was my first. My first answer too was like, hell yeah, I'm doing a full. I got the name of it. I got the EP. I got how many songs I want to do. But you know what, man? These days,
where the game is going,
it's different, bro.
That track right there, it hit Billboard. It go crazy. The streams going bananas. Then all that does is open up more situations for more situations.
Already, man. It's 12 o'clock. We're going to let the homie DJ Nick the Quick get back into the mix. We got a couple more guests and they're coming up at 1 a.m. We're going to stop what we're doing. We're going to shout out to everybody that's on lock. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned for that. Nick the Quick, give us some, man. Y'all give us a call, 713-526-5738. Damage Control.